Hello everybody and welcome back to Space Engineers. Today guys, we have something very special. We have all the Factorum ships revealed from the game's files. My good friend Yoshi has extracted them. I want to preface this video, if you want to encounter these organically and go through the game and experience them in survival or what have you, this is obviously going to spoil it for you. Just to make that as obvious as I possibly can. If you're not fussed or you want to learn how to take these guys on, you want some insider info, well, I'm going to flip the screen in 3, 2, 1. Here we go, boys. Here we go. Okay, the sun's in the wrong place. So here we have the Factorum ships in rough order, smallest to largest. That's obviously a station over there, but we're going to have a look at that as well. So there's quite a few different ships to digest here. So we're going to start off with the smallest ones and then work our way up. So the first one we've got is the Reclaimer. So this is actually a drone. There's no sort of cockpit in this. If you go to the rear here, we do have a little entrance corridor block where you can see some of the AI within. Something to note about all these ships is most of them feature extensive heavy armor. They're all ion thrust only as well. So they're not very maneuverable, but they're quite tough. So we've got 2 forward interior turrets on this. We've got a fixed artillery gun mounted right in the centre, which is very nasty indeed. Ion thrusters all around, sort of as previously mentioned. And we've got an inset connector on the top. So this is like your bog standard drone that you're going to encounter. It's not going to do too much damage to you. You just want to watch out for that nasty artillery gun mounted in the front there. I'd like to point out there may be more ships, including small grid drones that spawn. These are just the ones that were found in the files. If there are more, I'll do a video covering them later on, but for now, this is what I've encountered, or what Yoshi's found, sorry. So not really too much to break down. Again, we've got quite consistent styling throughout this. If you just dodge and evade the front of this thing, you should be alright. But it is just the bog standard drone. If you can catch it, those ion thrusters are worth a pretty penny. And then moving on, we have the high profile escort. So this is a little bit bigger, and this is where we can actually pilot the ships. So if you come up here, you can see it's probably like gunship, gunboat size. Now, obviously, it has a mohawk here. We have a fixed forward railgun mounted on the dorsal side, right above the bridge. That's obviously its main weapon. Pretty nasty. And then we do have an artillery turret mounted on the chin as well, which is a good spot for the turret. And then an interior turret on top of the railgun. That's pretty much it. Pretty limited amount of firepower. It's quite heavy firepower. You know, if this just accidentally slapped a couple of artillery rounds into you, you're not going to be overly joyous about that. Nice greeble with the radar dishes under here as well. And then we've got these dummy tanks in the rear as well. Large ion thruster at the back. And then we can head inside, so this one has an interior. The light was red and flashing. I've changed it because it hurt my eyes. So coming through here, got some of these new scaffolding blocks, which I'm seeing used quite a lot in this new style. We've got a beacon down there. And then we've got a ladder passageway, which takes us up into the main area. We've got cargo access, some of the AI blocks. I've got a couple of the regular gyroscopes. Got the light panels, interior walls. I'm going to be giving my thoughts on Factorum as a faction and the whole sort of ship line at the end of the video, so stick around for that. Please like, comment and subscribe as well. It takes 2 seconds, makes me happy. So I'll just show you how, I guess, bad the acceleration is, quote unquote. The forward thrust is amazing, and then every other thrust axis is very, very poor. Mainly because we've only got one thruster either side, but also this thing weighs 297 tons, which is quite a lot. So I'm not 100% sure, but this high profile escort, I'm guessing, spawns with the high profile transport ship. But I'm not 100% on that. on the visuals, it's a very, very pretty ship. Looks like something out of The Expanse, to be honest with you. A lot of these ships do, actually, especially one over there, with that large rear thruster and these tanks dotted around. Quite a unique styling. As you can see, we've got that heavy armour on the bow, which is actually sloped as well, which does deflect rounds. A nice bridge with these bay windows too. So definitely don't want to be on the business end of that. Next up we have the barrage, the M2 barrage to be exact, which makes use of these new rocket turrets, which look really cool. We have 2 mounted on the cheeks. Then we have a fixed artillery gun. We have an assault cannon up top, an assault cannon turret, and that's it. Again, we've got all ion thrust. This one's a little bit more streamlined, but again, quite the nasty drone. As you can see, we've got all forward heavy armour on the bow, along with those armour panels, which are heavy armour too. And then these cheek missile turrets, I mean, you've got to be really careful because they've got very good coverage. As you can see, both sides here, obviously up and down massively. They're going to literally just fill you with rockets, which is not something you ever want. And then obviously the artillery gun's going to give you a nice little smack around the face if you're not careful. The assault cannon will, you know, pokey, but these guys are going to really tear you up. Even if you're in a large grid ship, you do not want to take a full volley from two missile turrets. That'll leave you feeling quite poorly. We've got nice little nacelles built into what seems to be a structured wing underneath the body panels here. And then we do have a lot of these aerodynamic fins, quite reminiscent of the Factorum faction. We make use of armour panels, again, something we're seeing more and more of in the new vanilla style. Are these extended fins, specifically done with the armour panels in various different shapes and sizes, as well as overhangs. On the bow here we've got the compact antenna there. See, creating a bit of a thruster cowling here. I would just literally be taking notes if I were you guys. I would be taking notes, design language, greeble techniques, things you can use in your own builds, because these ships, objectively, these ships are just gorgeous. I think everyone who looks at them thinks they're good looking. So, a bit like Megan Fox, really. So if we shut this back door, got more of these, a little red light there. Change the lighting in here as well. I've left the dead engineer in here because, hey, you know, his ship, he might just be napping. So coming up the ladderway, we've got the toilet. We've actually got a little viewing port up here, which is really nice, making use of the new bay windows. New, sort of new. And we've got an interior in here, we've got a console block, Gareth, got some beds. By that I mean a bed. What is that? Broadcast controller. Oh yeah, chat window messages. And then we have access to the cockpit. Again, this one's a little bit more balanced in terms of thrust, because you're not going to accidentally, you know, fling yourself forward all too quick, but it's still very, very, very slow. But obviously these are encounter drones, so it doesn't really matter. Just stay away from the business end of this thing. Those missile turrets are no fun. They're quite durable though with that heavy armor, so yeah, it's a tricky, it's a tough nut to crack, which is what we wanted. That's what everyone wanted. And now we have the Factorum warship. This is actually on the Steam Workshop. Keen themselves posted it, and this is one to digest. It is an enormous, I would say, cruiser, light cruiser. Nah, frigate. I'd say it's a frigate. Factorum frigate. It's called a warship. Don't really matter what you want to call it. It's a beast. We have turrets, artillery turrets. We've got 4 of them, I believe, which is just, yeah, delightful. Railgun mounted in the bow. We got various assault cannons mounted all over the place, along with interior turrets too. So you'll notice the lack of sort of PDCs, interior turrets, I don't really count them, like Gatling turrets. It's all like high caliber cannons, which are gonna just decimate your warships. So yeah, tough not to crack this one, and it can engage you from long range with those artillery turrets too, along with that railgun. Many layers of armour on this thing. It's quite a chunky beast. Putting it out of action is not going to be very easy at all. Thrusters are well protected at the rear. It is actually a really good combat ship, this thing. It could benefit from a bit more diversity in its weapons, objectively, like, you know, custom PDCs, etc. But as it is for a vanilla encounter, this is going to give you a headache. If you haven't prepared properly, this will give you a headache, which is good. It's what we wanted. Absolutely beautiful exterior. This thing is obviously done very well in the workshop because of, you know, one being in the trailer, two, it's just a fantastic looking ship. Really does sum up the Factorum faction very nicely. We've got this enclosed bridge up here. Various viewports all over the show. I'm not going to go into massive detail, this isn't ship analysis, I'm just sort of mooching around, giving you guys a general overview of the Factorum faction and what's on offer. Look how well protected those thrusters are. Again, we're seeing this cowling with the overlapping armour panels. There's a little greeble technique you can extract. We've got one of those interior walls, one of the industrial DLC beams, and then an armour panel there used as a bit of spaced armour. And we're seeing this aerodynamic fin feature. Also, I've noticed a lot of columns. So we've got some there, some more up here, and like cylindrical blocks that are used in the Factorum design language. If anyone's watched my old video, how to build, what was it, tips for shipbuilding or something, I actually had Aragath on there, and he mentioned that you want to pick 3 shapes. You want to pick 3 shapes, and you want to pick 3 colours, and you want to stick to it. And you can clearly see that with this faction. Let's have a look around the interior. We're going to go through the hangar bay. So we've got double-sided gates on either side. Massive hangar bay for a ship of this size. So you've got one of these storage containers. Big open space, light panels up top. And here we've got access to the forward railgun. You can load it up. So it's got some railgun sabers in there. You can see this heavy armour here as well. What a beast! What a fantastic update. I know people on Xbox haven't got it yet, but I think they did put out a post that they're working on it. I don't know if Microsoft makes it difficult. I seriously doubt Keen have done it on purpose. Nice greeble with the cargo container here. Same slope as the stairs. So it blends in nicely, and then you've got cargo access down there. The interior on the ship is stunning. If you've not seen it yet, you're in for a treat. So in here we've got various storage shelves, cargo access. Got a visual down there on that reactor. Look at these corridors. Absolutely gorgeous. Door into the medical room. Got a bed, shower. We can head across to the other side here. Got various of these emergency lights dotted around. Crew quarters. I really appreciate the fact that they're not just exteriors, like these ships have full interiors. And again, same as the other side, cargo access. Couple desks, couch. Incredible. We're gonna head down first. Here we have access to the large reactor. Oh, we can see it anyway. I can squeeze my... Lovely stuff. And let's head back up. We're going to head up again. Got the gravity generator, some of those chat blocks. More greeble going on here. And back to the main deck, and we're going to continue towards the stern here. And back here we have the Prototech jump drive. High pressure. You see some of the rear thrusters there as well. Some of the Prototech gyroscopes too. These narrow doors, corridors, sorry. Viewports. Just love how it's built into the ship. Really, really nice work. And we've got the gyroscope on the other side as well. And heading back through here. We're going to head up the stairs in the centre of the vessel. Head through the bow, we've got a hangar control. Through the bow, towards the bow. Up the stairs again. And we've got a little terminal and access to the CIC. Lots of windows, double layered, well protected down here. And then we've got the helm up here, which you've got much better visibility, but you're a little bit more exposed. Absolutely incredible. Like I said, I would be taking notes because this ship is beautiful, and everyone I know that's seen it agrees that it is beautiful. And it shows that you can make an effective warship without building a battle brick, which some people can't grasp. Anyway, on to the next thing. We have the high-profile transport ship. So this is actually the biggest ship, and it's almost reminiscent of like a colony transport ship. We have a Prototech engine in the rear, main propulsion system, accompanied by a few of these large ion thrusters. This is most definitely not a warship, but it's still armed quite heavily. So we've got these cheek-mounted assault turrets on the bow, various interior turrets dotted around. We do actually have a Gatling turret on this one. And we've got those 4 artillery turrets, which is just nasty. For a ship that isn't focused on combat, that is nasty. And then we've got 2 Gatling turrets as well. So, yeah, again, you wouldn't really want to mess with it. We've got heavy armour around. This is a pretty nasty ship, even if it's not specifically designed for combat, in my opinion. The front end is a bit flimsy, but it can still take pot shots at you from a distance and do some serious damage. We've got an enclosed bridge here. Look at this bridge design, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's an enclosed bridge we've got here. It almost reminds me of the Pilgrim's Curiosity. Very similar vibes. Makes me wonder if this is like a Mark II of that. Because it's almost the same layout as well. Big thruster pack in the rear. Long, spindly hull. And then the bow at the front. Even with the cargo container locations. The jump drive's actually up here. We've got one of the new parabolic antennas as well. That gold again is something you see a lot with the Factorum. This gold accent. Have a little look on the ventral side here. Got some cargo bay doors down there. Very industrial looking thruster pack at the rear. And let's head inside. We've got the airlock. Various rotating lights. We're going to go towards the bow first. Cargo access either side down these corridors. Got a little wall here. And then onto the bridge. Even the interior layout's like the Pilgrim's Curiosity. It literally, yeah, because of the cargo bay too. And then either side here, viewing ports, some plants, armory, bed, little cabin. See Pertam down there. I just love these windowed areas. It's the cargo room here. Got barrels, cargo containers, storage access. Nicely greebled ceiling. Got a mag plate there. And then we've got the those new tall, wide gate doors, which I really like. Another couple of bay windows here. Got a toilet. And here we've got the medical area with a window on the dorsal side. And then we've got this big long corridor here where we've got cryo chambers dotted along. We've got 8 in total. And then we've got component storage. We've got a couple of shelves in here. Another one of these top viewing areas. Another room in here, some of the AI blocks present. Got an interior turret in the interior. Mind blown. And we've got access to some of the conveyors over here. Prototech gyroscopes. And if we head aft, we've got the large reactor. Same as on the frigate. And the Prototech ion thruster at the back as well. Head back up these ladders. And then if we come over here, we've got access to more conveyor networks. So these are all broken by default. I'm not sure if there's something in the game where you've got to repair them, because these rooms, the function of these rooms are very obviously just to access the conveyor systems, including the ones down here, as you can see. Like I said, I don't really know the context that you find these in game. I just physically don't have the time to play survival long enough at the moment, unfortunately, which is very depressing. Maybe YouTube full-time one day, boys. We dream. But anyway, gorgeous ship. I'd love to know if Aragas watching or whoever built this, if this is Pilgrim's Curiosity 2. Very curious. And then we have the listening post. So this is technically a station, but we're going to look at it anyway. So this one we've got artillery turrets on all 4 sides, which is just, again, very nasty. Interior turrets dotted around as well. So that's going to stop you boarding it and hydrogen manning over as easily. Got the big radar dish on the bottom. That spherical hydrogen tank, which is nice. Very station-esque. On top here we have a landing pad. We actually have a small grid Prototech thruster in there. We've got a little cargo container, a little freight box, along with a landing pad. And if we land on here, down these narrow stairs, we can head inside. A couple of storage bins. Head down here. Got an airlock cycling system. There we've got a little cargo storage area as we come in. Head this way. Medical / lab area. We do have this vent system. Windows. Got more storage going on as well. Head through here. This does all wrap around and connect. Little computer area. Reactor. Some of those Prototech batteries in here. And here we've got a little crew chill out area. got a shower and a bathroom. Very nice. Run back around here. We can access the cargo systems. Head down this ladder. We've got the gravity generator there, and that wraps around to where we come in. Just drop down here. There we go. And down again. And we have access to the shield generator. And some components. Very nice. So, like I said at the start, absolutely gorgeous creations. There may be some more. I'll have a little mooch around. Let me know if you guys want to see me do a separate series of videos going into sort of more granular detail on each of these ships, combat testing them, finding weaknesses, and seeing how you can beat them in game. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment and subscribe to support the channel. And as always, take care, everybody.